So, as I said, I'll start again on this video. So, this is your water boiler as well as your heating system in here. So, I was talking about your drainage tap down here. So, obviously, winter time, all you do is just simply lift that lever up, and that will drain all the contents of your boiler and literally just come straight out of a hole in the floor. And then all you need to do is open up your taps and your shower head just to get the last of the water out. Obviously, in reverse, when it comes to springtime, or some people even do that in between holidays when they're away, all you need to do to prime it, so to fill this boiler up and prime your water system, is just close that valve back down, up by your door, switch your water pump on, and then it's just as easy as come to your tap, always start at the cold side first and just simply run the tap. It should splutter now because I took the pipe off before. Come on. Because obviously not going to. So that's what you want to see, is constant running water. Once you've done the cold side, so you know then that it's pulling out the Akerol and it's coming into your caravan. So to fill up your water boiler and prime all your hot side is just as easy as turn it to the hot and then just simply run the tap on the hot side.
How long do you have to run it for?
What you'll find is, obviously I've primed it now so the water's there ready to go. It took me about a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So by the time it's pulled, if you imagine what it's got to do is suck the water up.
Suck it up.
It's then got to push all the air out the system, fill the boiler up, push all the air out that, push all the air out the pipework, and then eventually you'll get the running water through to the tap.
That's why I said do the cold water first, because otherwise if you do the hot water first, there's nothing in there, it'll ruin it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
at home, you know when you said when the gas runs out, and Dad says do that thing, get the air out.
Yeah.
Same thing.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So all that is once you've done your kitchen sink, then move on and do your bathroom and your shower as well.
Right.
So it's as easy as that.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Happy with that? Yeah. Sorry, I know it is a lot of information.
I was going to say
Hence the camera.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not even. Well, I'm halfway through, so you're all right. You're all right.
Yeah.
So,
What about that side? That bed?
nothing under that side, nothing exciting.
Oh, okay.
You can lift it up. We'll have a look under it after. We'll have a look.
Okay.
I just want to talk about the heating panel now.
Sorry.
So obviously I've shown you where the boiler is, showing you how to prime the system. So your heating controls are all up on here. So it's as easy as just click the little roller ball and that wakes the screen up as such.
Yeah.
So if you see it, the icon flashing, can you see that? So when I turn it, the ball, you see it changes to the different icons.
Yeah.
So I'll start the first one, which is the van. When you click on the van, this is the thermostat for your heating system, and all you simply do is just set it for whatever level you want your thermostat at. And then what the van will do is, if it drops below that temperature, the heating system will automatically kick in and then blow the hot air around the van to warm it all up for you.
That's just like at home, isn't it? If you
Yeah.
set it to 18 or 20.
Exactly the
Drops
same.
under that
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first one, central heating. So set it at whatever level you want it at. All you do is click it and that sets it. And if you notice, the little flame comes on above it just to let you know that you've got your central heating system or your heating system on. Okay. So next one across with the little thermostat is for your hot water. Again, just click on it and it's off, 40 degrees, 60 degrees or boost.
Oh. Okay.
So all it is I'll just set it at 60 for now, and then you'll see up here it says 60 at the top there, so you know what level you got your hot water on. The difference is in that.
What's the normal level of water?
It's up to you. It's up to you. How hot you like it. The main thing is, if you're going to have showers, I would definitely turn it onto boost mode. And all that boost mode does is it speeds up the process of it heating that hot water back up. Because the main thing is you've only got 10 litres of hot water inside that tank. Once you've used them 10 litres, you're just pulling through cold water then, if you get what I mean. So once you run out of water, you just need to shut the tap off and give it about 10-15 minutes and let the tank reheat again.
So it's just like a tank at
Oh,
tank at
yeah.
home when it runs out.
So when you're having showers, you're better off. The hotter you can have the water, the better, because the mixer taps in the shower. So the less hot you're using and the more cold, if you get what I mean. So you can have a longer shower.
Okay.
So the boost mode, so obviously 40 degrees, 60 degrees is just the temperature of the water.
Right.
What the boost mode does is it takes some of the power away from the heating system and puts all its power into that hot water. So it just speeds up the process of heating up that water for you.
Okay.
Okay, so first one, central heating, or you keep calling it central heating, your heating system.
Yeah.
Next one across, your hot water. Now, do you see that 60 flashing above there now?
Yeah.
When the symbols are flashing, it means they're getting up to temperature. When they're solid, they're at temperature. So the heating system's at temperature, so it's not flashing. Where your hot water's not hot enough yet, so that's flashing. When it's up to temperature, that will be solid then, rather than flashing. So, next one across is your power select. So, if I click on it, so your system will run on either gas,
Yeah.
mixed, which is gas and electric, mixed 2, and then also electric 1 and electric 2. Now the difference between the 1s and the 2s is the amount of power, the electricity you send into that system. So number 1 I think is 900 watts, where number 2 is 1800. So all that is the more power you send to that boiler, the faster it'll heat up.
Right.
So if you imagine, if you're on electric 1, your system will work absolutely fine. So if I put it on electric 1, your system will work absolutely fine. You'll have the same functions on it, but say it's -4 outside, it'll take longer to heat that system up. Where if you click it and go on to say mix 2, so what that's doing now, that's using 1800 watts of electric and also the gas burners all at the same time.
Okay.
So it just speeds up that process of heating up the tank for you.
Right, okay.
But what you'll find, summertime, you'll be finding it either to run on just the gas or just the electric 1. But obviously then if you're going for showers and things again, I'd probably put it on mix 2, just because it's that extra power in the boiler, so it'll speed up the process of heating everything back up for you. Okay? Does that make sense? You sure? I know it's a lot of information, I know.
Watching this video about 3 or 4 times.
So, now the one on the end, the little fan. So what this is your heating system's an air blown system. So inside that tank, there's a hot water tank in the middle, and then it heats up the air around it. So when the fans blow, it blows the hot air around the van for you.
Right.
So all for the fan, it's just as easy as click it on. It's eco or high. There is on there a boost mode, the same as your hot water. But what it is, your heating, there needs to be a big jump in the temperature of the heating. So at the minute I know it's 17 degrees inside your van. You'd need to turn your heating up to say 30 before it'll give you that boost mode. So the boost mode's more for deepest, darkest winter, you know, when it's 2 degrees outside. You can come in here, turn your heating up to 20, and you'll be able to select boost on that fan speed. And what the boost does, same as the hot water but the reverse, it takes the power away from the hot water boiler and concentrates all its power into the heating system for you, so it speeds up the time that your van will heat up for you. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just run through it again. As long as you've got the basics, the first one, just click on the van, is just setting your thermostat for your heating system.
Yeah.
Yep. Next one across is your hot water. So it's either 40 degrees, 60 degrees, or boost mode if you run out of water and you want to reheat that water quicker. Next one across is your power select. So you've literally got gas, mixed, which is gas and electric 1, or mixed 2, so it's just that extra electric power added to it, and then electric 1 and electric 2.
Yeah. So electric 1 is 900, electric 2
Yeah.
is double.
Yeah, literally, it's literally as easy as that.
Okay.
And then the fan on the end is just to activate the heating to blow it around
So
the
it's
van.
not
for
cold
you.
air, it's always hot air, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hot air. But you say that. There is a lovely feature for summertime. If you switch your heating off, and then also go to your thermostat, switch your water off as well,
Yeah.
you can then go to that fan on the end, select it, it'll come up vent, click on vent, and now this is just a manual fan. So I'll put that on number 10 now. So all that's doing, that's going to kick that fan in, and all that's going to do is draw in fresh air from outside and literally just blow fresh air around the van. So it's a good thing for the summer.
So it's
that
not
just-
air conditioning, it's just air, isn't it?
It's just
Fresh
air.
air
It's
from
just like having a fan on in here. That's all it
Right.
is. And that fan's just simply blowing
I
round.
can hear it.
Yeah, you'll hear it kick in. That will only run though when you've got your heating and your hot water off.
Oh, so if you've got them on, it won't work.
No, that's only there as a feature for summertime. Just adds a bit of fresh air into here, so it can circulate round. And you can see all the black vents here. I think most of them are closed, but that's where all the air will blow through.
No, it's coming through.
Yeah. So if you look, they do open and close.
they all come through.
If you put your fingers in it, they've got like a slidey bit that flips round. See? There you go. And that's it. So that opens and closes them.
Oh, okay.
So you can have whichever one's open or closed.
Lovely.
So that's obviously the cool air now, but that's where your hot air will blow round as well for you.
It's coming out warm, you know.
Yeah,
It will do, because I've had that boiler on. So if you imagine that air's still blowing past that boiler. So that's where you need to have the two switched off, but they're still heating it at the minute because I've heated up the hot water in it.
Okay.
Okay. Right, I'm going to blow your mind because there's more. So let me switch that on. So down the bottom here, you see I'm flashing on the little icon here. Timer. Click on that one. Yeah, timer. So this is literally a start-stop timer. So you can literally program it when you want it to come on, when you want it to come off, how you want it. So whether you want your heating and your hot water on, what temperature you want your water. You know how I've gone through that top menu? The timer literally runs through that, and you set a timer up on it. So the heating system will run to however you want it to work as such. Yeah, exactly the same as yours at home. So,
do you know once that's set?
Yeah.
And we switch everything off, disconnect everything. Do you have to reset it again?
Yeah, sadly. Yeah, it does. They don't hold their memory as such. When you've switched everything off, they're more for when you get to a site to start your holiday. Yeah. You put the program in then as such. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. So, next one down the bottom is the lovely clock. Oh, wrong one. Clock. So that's just literally setting the time. Again, that's something you just need to set when you get there, because when as soon as you switch everything off, it does blank this, so it goes back to sort of factory settings as such. So that's the clock. So the last bit on here, I will scoot through it. The little spanner in the bottom corner is the sort of settings. So click on that, nice and easy. This one, index just brings up the code for the unit. Brightness is obviously just the brightness of the screen. Language, if you want to speak French or German to it.
Yeah.
Reset. So again, same as anything electrical nowadays, if it's not doing what it's told, just hit that good old reset button, it'll just shut it down and reboot the system up for you. And then offset. What the offset does is it's got an internal temperature, so it'll show you the temperature. If I go back to the front screen. What that offset does is you can change that thermostat level to what the true feeling is. The easiest way of describing that is if you've got your heating cranked up to 30 and you think it's not quite hot enough for you, you can offset the heating by a few degrees and get it to turn up either higher or lower, if you get what I mean. So vice versa, if you've got it on 20 and you think, oh, that's a bit hot for 20, you can knock it down a few, so it more suits what you're used to.
It's doing 20, but it's not.
Yeah, yeah, if you get what I mean, you can offset it to that.
Yeah.
Now the last one to show you, I don't know if it's anything like me and the ex-wife, if you just turn it now, that's turning up the thermostat. So what it tends to be, she'd walk in and crank it up like that, I'd walk in behind her and turn it straight back down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is a quick thing. Once you've got your heating on, if you are a bit cold, rather than going through all their menus, you can simply just turn the ball and it will turn the heating up for you.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right, and then to turn the unit on and off, the last nice and easy one is just simply hold the ball down. Hold it down and it switches off. So to switch it back on again, it's just simply hold the ball down and it'll power back up. Okay. Okay? Sorry, I know that's a lot of information, but...
I'm going to watch that video for you.
Yeah.
Without turning it off, it hasn't reset it all, has it?
No.
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 It's only when you disconnect the battery.
Yeah, so you see when I turn it back on again, your heating's already set up and the heating's on and everything.
Yeah.
But obviously once I've switched the power off, once you've knocked this master switch, then yes, it will reset it.
Right.
But then it's just as easy as, so it's easy to remember. Fan is for your thermostat for your heating. Thermometer is for your hot water.
Hot water.
The little tank with the flashy things on is your power select. And then the end one is the fans for circulating the hot air around.
It's going to take a bit of getting used to, isn't it? Gas, electric. Some people prefer electric, some people prefer gas.
The main thing is I reckon 90% of caravanners all use electric. Our advice is run your systems on gas every now and then. Main reason being, if you ever have a power cut on site and you lose all your power, you can smile away because you know how to get your heating on gas, you know how to run your fridge on gas, and you know you're not missing out on anything then because you can still operate your van to its full potential. And the other thing then is you're confident that your gas systems and everything is in an operational.
Operational.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I can see that look of overload. So I'll move up to the front here next. So obviously in the front here, you've got your lovely table.
Yeah.
Pulls out. In the drawer below, that's your gas barbecue. So that's what you simply push in and then turn it round to open it, and that's what opens it. So then obviously all you need is your gas hose on there, go into whatever you want, your barbecue.
So
or
you don't need
anything,
regulator,
whatever.
nothing, do you?
No, because the regulator's already on board.
Oh, right.
If you get what I mean. So the bottle, it comes out the bottle through the regulator, through an additional pipe which goes underneath the van and then comes out on the other side for you.
Right, so it's just a case of...
Yeah, just literally plugging it in and whap it your pipe on, whatever you want to run externally, and that's it going. Main thing is, if you have got an awning though, always make sure you cook on the outside of the awning.
Yes.
Because carbon monoxide and us human beings don't mix too well. So then we have got all your packs and everything in here.
Yeah.
So there is a Bible for the van. So it's all in there, so everything you need to know, and that's in there. There is also other little manuals, ones for like the radio, the cooker, the fridge and everything, so it's all in there, so you've got a reference point as well. But you're always welcome just to pick the phone up and ask us here. If it's something you can't find out, we'll soon give you the answer to it, that's not a problem. So then obviously, radio's up behind me here. So your radio's built in. For your lights, as I've said, well, there's one there, your spotlights, they're all individual. So they are all the way around, is individual. So it's the same as them ones there.
They're automatic, aren't they? They just, these two.
No, there is definitely a switch for them. I can remember where it is. That is a good question, that one is. They always hide light switches in Baileys, they like to make it challenging. We'll have a hunt, we'll carry on going round, I'm sure I'll come across the across them. So obviously you have got additional storage underneath here as well. So you've got nice storage underneath there. The grey box that's underneath there, that's the computer for the motor mover.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, you've got plenty of room underneath there. Can I just get underneath this one?
Yeah.
Would you want to go sit in the bed? You want to sit in the bed?
No.
Okay.
Fine.
And then more storage underneath there as well. So you've got plenty of room to put your bits and bobs.
Lovely.
So in the front cupboard here, there's your fuse board.
Right.
So the top breakers relate to the 240 system. So that's your mains electric. So if you're plugging it in and say, I don't know, your microwave's not working or your plug socket, that's where you want to be checking your 240 breakers, same as in your house. And then the ones across the bottom are all your 12 volt fuses, which relate to items like your lights, your fridge, bits and bobs like that. But again, they are all labelled down there, so if you are ever having electrical problems, that's your first port of call as such. They are all labelled down here,
right,
so you know which is which. Okay. And again, there's a diagram in your manual for it as well.
Have we got spare fuses, or is that our job?
I know the new ones do. I didn't notice any of them in there, so it may be an idea just to grab them. They're only the normal 12 volt car fuses.
Oh, I've got some of them anyway.
Yeah, yeah, they're just the standard ones, and you can get them from most car garages or anything along them lines as well. So, case for the radio. And then I haven't got a clue what most of them is. There's obviously a spare knob for your cooker, and then what the green one's for is them 13-pin sockets out there can get twisted. And what this is like a guide, so you can push that back in the top and straighten it back up. So that's just some spare bits and bobs that come with it.
Right.
That come with it. Okay. Right, I'll move into the kitchen next. So
to make this better,
yeah.
How do you
just simply lift this up and slide it over. Same on the other side, slide it into the middle, and then all you do is turn your cushions upside down. Now, there isn't a set way to have the cushions. I tend to put them so I'm a bit more supported in me lower region. Yeah. Kind of a bit of girth to me, so I need a bit of comfort there. So you put the cushions to the way that suits your lying in it. Okay. The main advice is always turn them upside down and sleep on the underside. Yeah. A, they're flatter, and B, you don't wake up with button marks all over you.
Yeah, so obviously that side, so you probably that and that, so you're in the middle type of thing.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sort of thing. It depends how you lay it. You literally just turn them upside down as such, but whether you put the two little ones up against the back and then the two long ones together, or you put the big one and then a long one in the middle, then the other big, and it's totally up to you how you put them together. Okay. You'll find a thing. Main advice is a lot of people use mattress toppers.
Yeah.
So they'll put the beds together and then pop a mattress topper over. A, it makes them more comfortable, and then it's just as easy just to pack it all up, chuck it back underneath when you want to put your seat back.
Okay. Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, kitchen. So we've got one lovely big kitchen drawer, and then obviously your lovely cooker. Okay. So for your cooker, your igniter's here on the front, and then it's as easy as quarter turn, hold, and ignite. That's 1, 2, and number 3. As easy as that. So that's your 3 gas burners. And then obviously below we've got an oven grill combo. So we've got your grill pan and 2 handles there. Don't know why, but in case you lose one, you've got a spare one.
Or burn on like I did.
So your grill, just turn, hold and ignite.
Okay.
That lights the grill, so that's the grill on the top. And then if you come the other way, hold down, ignite, and that'll light up the burners for the bottom of the oven as well. Okay?
Yep.
So easy as that. And then obviously back into the middles off for you. So obviously various storage above. To open these cupboards, you just push the button in and then you can open up the cupboards then.
Yeah.
So the main thing with all your top cupboards, try not to put anything too heavy in them. So obviously when you're driving along, stuff up high, if it falls out will break, or you want all your heavy stuff lower down. And obviously there is the plate racks and the cup racks in there as well. And the plug socket in there relates to your microwave.
That's stuck on, isn't it?
Yeah, they're locked down in place, so it keeps your cups and plates and things a bit more secure for you. So next, talk about your fridge. So your fridge will run on gas, electric, or the vehicle battery. It'll only run on the vehicle battery though when you've had that 13 pin fitted, so it won't run at the minute. But on the gas and electric, your fridge is working at its full potential. On the vehicle battery, it only holds the temperature. So to change it over, this is your power select on this side. So at the minute I'm pointing at the flame, so that's running on gas. To turn it over, it's just literally turn the dial. When it's on the battery, that's the vehicle battery. And then when it's on the little plug symbol, that's running off the mains electric. Okay?
So basically what you're saying is that when we're travelling, stick it on the car one.
Yeah.
So it keeps the fridge cool so when we get to the destination. Or if not, when we get to the site, then switch it to whatever we want.
Yeah, the main thing is, if you want to travel with items in your fridge, which you are fine to do, you need to get the fridge nice and cold first before you hook it up to the car. So on your drive at home, either plug it into the mains, run it off the mains, or light it up on the gas. Literally just to get the temperature down. The vehicle battery just holds the temperature in there. So you're fine to travel with your items in your fridge, it's not going to go off or anything, but if you put them in there from warm, if you get what I mean, you get there, it'll probably be maybe moderately cold, where obviously if you've got it cold first, it will hold its temperature when you're travelling down the road.
The car battery only maintains it, right, okay.
Yeah, so it just holds the temperature of the fridge as such.
Okay.
So, on the other side here, this is just your temperature for your fridge. So obviously all the way around here is the coldest, down to sort of the warmest temperature as such the fridge will go. Okay, so that's just this one here. So, for the gas, very easy. Don't be afraid of the gas on the fridge. It's all sealed and everything. There's no. All you do is turn it down to onto the gas, and all you do is hold in your temperature one there, and then hold down the grey one. Now, can you see this little bar at the end here? Yep. So when I hold that down and hold that down, that's priming the gas and trying to ignite it. Now you see it shot up into the green. So when I let my fingers off everything, if that orange line stays in the green, that's the fridge lit and that's operating on gas now.
So that's the gas bottle?
Yeah, the gas bottle externally. So that's what's running.